Yo, what's going on, everybody? Frozen Fist, episode 20, milestone episode. Holy, boys are cooking. Boys just hit 300 subscribers on YouTube as well, which is crazy. We got a reel nearly at 1 million, which is freaking nuts. Thank you for the support. Yeah, let's run it up. We got some exciting topics this episode, that's for sure. We're gonna be rating our favorite UFC cards. Some interesting debates, I'm sure there.
Since we started watching,
yeah.
Yes.
What else we got? UFC 3. Wait, what was the last event, bro?
323.
Yeah, we got UFC 323 coming up. Yeah, we're coming off a no UFC fight weekend, but we got 323 coming up this weekend. December 6th, Marab, freaking Peter Yan, Pantoja, Josh Van. A lot of bangers on that card, so boys are hyped. Yeah, I don't know. What you guys got anything to say or what?
It's gonna be an interesting episode, bro. I'm excited to go through our favorite cards since we started watching the sport, just because I feel like it's not going to be very similar. I could be completely wrong, bro. We might have all the exact same top fives, but I don't know. I just think the way we all think, bro, I think it might be a little different. We might have some good picks on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no fights this last weekend, bro. Kind of unfortunate. It's just getting us primed and ready for that long 6-week layoff we're about to have, bro.
Type John. So unfortunate. Well, we got Brandon Royval Manel Cop next weekend, but shit ain't that crazy, bro. But yeah, a little disappointing. 6 weeks off, but hey, that just
the off season, boys.
Hockey time. Time for some hockey.
The off season, yeah.
We're gonna have to freaking just be pulling posts out of our arse, bro. It's gonna be tough, but that's what you got to do.
Hey man, hopefully there's some big headlines, some good news articles to keep up with.
Conor McGregor, you whiffs a towel, man. You whiffs a towel. Dude, I've been seeing some funny ass Yo, actually, I need to say this, bro. I fumbled. Dude, I had a school presentation today. Bro, that was easily like the worst presentation I ever had. So we got to make Frozen Fist work, bro. I cannot be a teacher. That just confirmed it. We got to
I need some beats, bro. What happened? What were you presenting?
The presentation wasn't bad itself, bro. I would just like, that was the first time I ever felt like that. Like, so just like, bro, I felt like I shouldn't have been up there. It was just like, bro, I was in the middle of speaking and I almost just wanted to stop. Like, in my head, I was like, bro, what if I just stop right now?
Just walk out.
Yeah. So
Bro became conscious.
Yeah, bro, for real. So we gotta make this shit work, bro. We gotta lock in, make this work. But yeah, that's all I have to say, bro.
I guess we'll get into the news then.
Not a ton of news. Probably one of the slower weeks. But kicked off the week with the official UFC Brazil page leaking Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira for the BMF title, and it was supposed to happen at UFC 324, but then Gaethje versus Pimblett took over that main event. So this was supposed to be that main event until Gaethje versus Pimblett. But what do we think of this?
I would have much rather seen Holloway Charles, but I like seeing Patty fight, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's just two of my favorite fighters, so.
Would you guys rather this been the title eliminator kind of thing?
Yes. I think both these guys are in the talks. I'm gonna let Sandra answer, but I think Patty is up there in the talks for sure. I don't think Justin Gaethje is, but yeah, to answer your question, I would have rather seen Charles Max. Yeah.
I like this matchup, bro. We were talking last episode about different matchups, kind of just in the conversation we were having.
Yep.
You said Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira would be a good fight. They fought before. We saw how it went. That was years and years and years ago. But yeah, dude, I wouldn't mind that at all. I think Charles actually responded to that, saying that's not when it was going to happen. They got the date wrong or whatever, but
okay.
It kind of sounds like that's what's going to go on because they both want to fight each other.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, it's something that's going to happen.
That division's got 3 belts. You're going to have 3 belts soon. They're going to have the undisputed, they're going to have the interim, they're going to have the BMF, bro.
That's pretty crazy.
Wild.
But,
that's pretty freaking crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude, I like that. I like that matchup.
And then Arman Tsarukyan came out and said he wants to fight Max Holloway for the BMF title.
Oh my god. Get this
Yeah.
guy off my fucking... Bro, I'm tired of talking about this guy, bro. Why are we still
I mean,
talking?
bro, I don't even blame the guy at this point, bro.
No, yeah,
Like,
bro. The UFC's doing him so dirty. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
That
Like,
poor
bro,
guy, bro.
As much as he's been a bit of a nuisance these last couple. I guess his last fight, kind of the fight before that, where he backed out last minute, like, he's been a little bit of a freaking nuisance. But I can't blame him for wanting to, call out someone, fight for something, instead of kind of
Dude just wants a
sitting
belt.
around. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We'll see what they do with him.
Help the guy out, UFC, bro. Just wants the belt. I mean, he's deserving, bro. I'll admit it. He is very deserving. It's unfortunate what the UFC is doing to him, but
It really is.
that's
It
Dana
really is.
that's Dana White for you, bro.
Malcolm Wellmaker versus Ethan Ewing is the UFC's fight of the month for November. This was a banger.
Should have been Delgari and Del Valle, bro.
Facts. Bro, speaking facts.
Should have been.
Snubbed.
Nah, November was a month just like full of KOs. So honestly,
Yeah.
fight of the month is probably hard to pick.
Yeah. It was a good scrap, though.
Especially the underdog winning in this one.
Yup.
Coming in on 2 days' notice.
Yup.
Makes sense.
Yep.
UFC Mexico will officially be held on February 28th. When I saw this, obviously Brandon Moreno's fighting this weekend, fighting tomorrow. So I was like, damn, it'd be cool to get him on this card because he's a Mexican fighter, one of the best. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna make that work. Maybe if he gets a quick finish, but would be cool.
UFC.
You don't know where they're doing that, hey? That hasn't been talked about yet?
Don't think so.
No, don't know.
UFC loves their damn Mexicans, bro. You were saying that
Hey,
shit
bro.
a couple episodes
Shout out
ago.
Diego Lopez, bro.
For real.
Hey, he's also Brazilian though. He's
True.
double, bro. He's double.
True. He's a double agent.
Brazilian Mexican.
Yeah, he's
Former
not
Mexican.
former, nothing like that.
Former.
He's double, bro. Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson at UFC 324 on January 24th. This card keeps
there's-
getting more.
Stacking that card, bro.
Yeah.
That is a crazy ass card. I mean, as it should be, bro. First Paramount card. Gotta have some big announcements on that one.
Yep.
I like that fight, bro. That's a good matchup. Charles
is.
Johnson, bro's the fraud checker. He's taking out all these young prospects. Going up against a former title contender, bro. Alex Perez. He's no slouch.
I think I would lean Alex Perez that one, honestly.
Bro, I would too.
I might as well.
I'm going to probably pick him, but Johnson just seems like he gets it done, bro. Like,
Yeah. Very true.
he's a fucking...
Never
good
know.
fighter.
So UFC 324 also added Josh Hokett versus Denzel Freeman. Well, heavyweight bout right there.
The freaking cop or whatever he is, bro.
Yep, Marine.
Denzel, Morgan,
Former
Washington,
Marine.
Freeman. Let's go.
W.
Yep. And then they also added Michael Johnson versus Alex Hernandez.
Oh,
That was just
another
added.
good fight.
Yeah.
Another good scrap, dude. Holy shit.
This card is gonna be fucking banger, bro.
Bangers on bangers.
We did lose our shorty, Alexa Grasso, though. She's out.
Yeah.
Shame. Did it?
Rose is going up against a much harder opponent now.
Did they ever say
Yeah, dude.
why Alexa Grasso backed out that fight? Or?
I'm not sure.
I didn't see anything.
but-
I'm going to assume it's an injury, maybe.
yeah,
but
yeah.
that's unfortunate, man.
Very
Yeah,
interesting.
Natalia, bro. I like that fight.
She's a beast.
WNBA.
Exactly. Sean Strickland came out and said he does not want to fight at UFC 325 in Australia. Anthony Hernandez accepted the fight even though he also does not like the location. Sean Strickland is still interested in fighting Fluffy. He just wants a new location.
I respect that. Bro.
Understandable,
I
honestly.
respect that coming from Strickland's point of view. He's fought there
Are you
recently.
twice or 3 times?
Bro's always
fought
fighting
there
in
a ton.
Australia.
They take 50% of their money
What?
in Australia. That's the reason why he doesn't want to do that. That's one of the main reasons, obviously. He doesn't want to fly all the way over to Australia. It's far away. But the actual commissioner, whatever you call it, in Australia, they take half of the fighter's purse.
That's
Um,
nuts.
What?
So, yeah, I don't blame him, bro.
No, that's insane.
I think that fight's going to get made. It's going to happen. It's going to be a good fucking scrap. But we're going to have to wait a little bit longer.
I think that's a fluffy
Agreed.
domination. Fluffy domination. We'll see though. We'll see.
Definitely possible. I think Strickland puts up a good fight.
Okay.
But yeah.
We'll see how that wrestling holds up, bro. This guy says he can hang on with
Exactly.
Hamzat, so
Yep.
we'll see.
Hamzat's definitely a stretch. Fluffy's good, but if he says his wrestling's good, then he should be able to hang with him. But who knows?
Yep, we'll have to see.
Yep. Tai Tuivasa versus Taliesin Teixeira is in the works for UFC 325 in Australia. This is the battle of the double T's.
He's back.
He's back, bro. He's probably gonna get chinned, but we'll see.
Probably. But Taliesin, he's coming off the loss to Derek Lewis, I think.
Yeah.
Was that his last one?
Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe bro needs another paycheck.
Maybe. So yeah, like you guys mentioned, Grasso is out. Natalia Silva's coming in on short notice, so be interesting.
Let's go.
All right, that is it.
Dang.
Quick news day.
Quick
news
news. So,
Yo.
should we do our cards first? I think we should pick our cards first.
You think so? I'm cool with
Pick
whatever.
our cards, then talk 323.
Yeah, then we can discuss 323 because it's a freaking banger card, and it'd be cool to end off the episode with that talk. So, I think we should talk some favorite cards now. So, what's the format, Barrett?
Yeah, how are we
All
doing?
right. So, we've officially been watching the UFC for just over 2 years now. We've seen a total of 30 numbered cards, some good, some bad, obviously. But we're gonna be going over our top 5 favorites. And I think the way we should do this is just whichever order, whether Quinn goes first, Aaron goes first, whatever. We go 5 to 1. So we'll each go over our number 5s, and then once we're done that, we'll go over our number 4s, and then so on, so on.
Okay.
So I think that's we could do that. We could do it that way.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
So are we starting? Who's starting? Am I going?
You could start.
Yeah, kick it off.
I have 2 honorable mentions. I'll go through real quick before I give you my number 5.
Okay.
Honorable mention number 1. I'm going UFC 306. That's our boy Shigashan O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili. First fight they had at the Sphere. That was fucking insane in itself. Just seeing the venue, the way they had it all displayed.
Yeah.
The way they told the story of the Mexican fighting history on the actual Sphere. That was sick to see, bro.
That presentation was so dope.
It was so cool. Like, I know I
couldn't imagine being there.
Like, it's just a one-time thing, but bro, come on, they gotta go back.
Gotta see that again.
Yeah.
Stack a card, put it in the Sphere, like biggest thing ever.
Yeah.
The card itself wasn't super stacked name value wise, but the fights up front, bro, aside from the main event and the co-main, which are both sleeper fights, bangers, bro.
My boy Lopez, banger.
Yeah. Esteban Ribovic.
Yup.
There were so many fights on that card that stick out to me. Aside from, like I said, the top 2, Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko, kind of just fucking laid on the ground the whole time. Unfortunately, our boy lost main event, lost the belt to Merab.
Nah, bro, you won.
Is what it is.
It's 1-1, bro.
Yeah, arguably, bro.
He arguably won that fight.
That's all I really got to say on that card. Just wanted to kind of throw that one in there because I feel like I had to, bro.
No, that's fair.
Honorable mention number 2, UFC 292, the first ever card we watched. It didn't make my top 5. It was very close, but it wasn't a super deep stacked card to begin with. Sugar Shane made me a fan of the sport that night, knocking out Aljo the way he did, won me a shit ton of money. So, shout out Sean, shout out UFC 292, first ever event we watched. All right, going in to my number 5, we have UFC 319. I think this card, bro, nicely built. Very, very nice main card. Prelims weren't crazy, but there was a bunch of noticeable guys on there. Bunch of outcomes were pretty entertaining. It was a good card, bro. Hamzat Chimaev, absolute domination. Leron Murphy, spinning elbow. Oh, and before that, Carlos Prates spinning elbow. Back-to-back spinning elbow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Michael Venom Page put on a nice performance against Jared Cannonier, and Tim Elliott fraud check Kai Asakura.
Yep.
Sershakayev.
Prelims were decent. They were entertaining. We went 7 for 13 on finishes that night. It was just a good overall card, in my opinion, to watch. We unfortunately didn't get to watch it together. But it is what it is, bro. We had Bazanger Sershakayev coming in, submitting Eric Nolan. Case Hooper unfortunately lost, bro. Probably too much gooning in his fight camp, like he says. Yeah, dude, I thought that was a pretty good card to pick for my number 5.
Banger pick.
I remember. I was in Taco Time when Loopy's fight was going on, and I was watching that inside Taco Time. My girl Loopy, she won.
W. All right, I guess I'll go. I had UFC 319 as my honorable mention.
Okay.
But for my number 5, I'm going UFC 308, Topuria versus Holloway. That's two of my favorite fighters in the main card. So even though saw one of my goats get chinned, it was freaking cool to see like that the rise of Ilya, defend his belt for the first time, kind of cement himself as like a dangerous ass dude, even though he just slumped Volk. But you know, slumping the two 145 goats back to back, that was crazy. So that fight, Hamzat with the 1 minute sub over Rob Whittaker broke his jaw. That shit was crazy. I remember everyone was doubting Hamzat that fight, and I said, hell nah. Hell nah.
It's kind of crazy though how people were just doubting him like that.
Yeah, bro. Well, that he was still beating the freaking sick allegations and never fighting allegations. Which
True.
But other than that, we had the Shara double back fist. That shit was fucking nuts. Other than that, there's a couple decisions on that card. That's why it's a little bit lower. But I feel like for what we got, those 3 fights, those 3 finishes were freaking crazy. So
I like it.
UFC 308.
W. Interesting. We all have different 5s here, all different 5s. I just want to mention an honorable mention that you guys didn't mention. UFC 318, starting Frozen Fists. We started it that night.
Oh, very true. Very true.
It's also Dustin Poirier's retirement. That was his retirement fight.
Yep.
Also got to see Atiba Goche with a crazy KO.
Yep.
All 5 early prelims were finishes. Insane.
That was a good card.
And our girl Carly Judice got a pretty crazy knee KOing her opponent. And, of course, Jimmy Croup getting the dub.
Yeah, bro.
So,
that was a good
shout out that card.
That was a good ass day in
It
general.
was.
I'll have to throw that in my honorable mention too now, honestly.
Yes, that entire day was incredible.
That one was so close to being my 5. I can't lie.
Yeah, 318 and 319 were very neck and neck.
Yeah.
And then I also have 292, obviously, for getting us into the UFC. But my number 5 is UFC 320. For a lot of reasons. I got a couple notes here. It was just such a fun card. Pereira got his belt back, proved the first fight was a fluke.
Yep.
Marab dominated, setting multiple records and making history. Yuri came back and beat the bricks off Khalil in what was probably one of the most chaotic fights we've ever seen. We obviously opened the main card with back-to-back submissions. Joe Pyfer, who I don't think anyone had him submitting Magomedov. That was wild. Zalal submitting Josh Emmett. You know, that was pretty crazy. Atiba Goche closed out the prelims with another first-round finish in his usual fashion. We saw Patchy Buns Mix get fraud checked again.
Yep.
And 8 out of the 14 fights were finishes, 5 of which were KO/TKOs. So I think UFC 320 it was such a fun card, man. Especially the main event, the main event, but the main card.
Yeah.
Just in general was so fucking dope. I love that. Love that card.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Good.
All right.
Great pick.
There's our 5s. Moving on to my number 4. I have UFC 295. Yuri Prohaska, Alex Pereira. This was the fight where Poton wins the light heavyweight belt, bro. Knocks out Yuri in the second round.
Double champ.
We had Aspinall coming in on short notice. Well, he was the backup fighter for the intended main event, which was John Jones and Stipe Miocic. He comes in against Pavlovich and absolutely starches him in a minute and 9 seconds. All 5 main card fights were KO/TKO. We had Diego Lopez knocking out Pat Sabatini. We had BSD knocking out Matt Frivola with that. Ooh, that was such a clean head kick, bro. As he was backing up, he just kind of came in there, freaking swung that foot up there. We had Mackenzie Dern, the female champ, getting knocked out by Jessica Andrade. And the prelims were actually pretty decent. We had Steve Urseg on there. We had Mateusz Rebecki we know how we feel about Matasha Becky. Jared Gordon got a win. Joshua Van, bro, he beat Kevin Borjas. It was just a good overall card, bro. Being in New York, Alex, you know how he is. He'll come in and just knock a dude out. It is what it is.
Yep.
Tommy Aspinall, interim champ, did his thing. I think it was just a pretty solid card, bro. There it is at my number 4.
Good pick.
Hell yeah.
For my number 4, I'm going UFC 299. Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera. We got to see our boy put on a fucking 5-minute clinic. 5-minute striking clinic. Beat the bricks off Cheeto. That was something special to watch. Like, that was probably my favorite Sugar fight, honestly, in like his career. Just so much volume, just putting it on. That was so fun to watch. I'm gonna watch that back tonight, honestly. Fuck it.
Bro, and there was like no point in that fight where I actually felt like threatened almost by Cheeto.
Like you felt nervous, yeah.
I was so confident just watching Sugar just flow, bro.
Yep, flow state,
That shit
exactly.
was beautiful.
Shit was beautiful. We had Dustin Poirier fucking chinning BSD right before that. That was crazy. Jumped to Gilly like fucking 6 times, didn't get it. Got up that right cross, bang, dropped his ass. That ground and pound 2. Had MVP versus Kevin Holland. Good little scrap. It's always fun to watch MVP. Dude's fucking insane to watch. Saw JDM knee Gilbert Burns up the gut in the 3rd round. Losing the fight. Gets up, and knees fucking Gilbert Burns, knocks him out. And then Peter Yan, Song Yadong. Couple freaking dangerous bantamweights. Peter Yan fighting this weekend. Song Yadong fighting next month. So that's a little foreshadowing there with that fight. But yeah, dude, I'm going UFC 299. Goated little card.
I like that.
Second Sugar Sean fight we got to see.
Yeah. My 4th pick, I got UFC 308, who Ronnie's son just had at his 5. Halloween card, Abu Dhabi. It opened up with a couple stinkers, but then we saw Chris Barnett get KO'd after injuring himself during Bruce Buffer's announcements. Pretty wild situation there. Then we saw Abus Magomedov subbing the Hulk. Obviously, like you said, Rebecca versus Orbai in an insane bloodbath.
I didn't even mention that.
This fight was crazy, bro.
Yep.
Orbai was left with a golf ball in his eye, and both were covered in head-to-toe in blood. I rewatched this fight. It was insane. And then back-to-back first-round TKOs for Jeff Neal and Ibo Aslan. Opened the main card where Sher Magomedov obviously won with that second-round spinning back fist KO. That shit was crazy. Saw a few more close, kind of boring fights with Lerone Murphy and Dan Ige, and then Ankalaev and Rakic, but still pretty good fights. Obviously, Hamzat broke Whitaker's jaw in the co-main. Crazy. Such a dominant fight. And then Ilya Taporia knocking out Max Holloway in the 3rd round, and then emoting on him afterwards, drinking the tea. So 6 decision wins, 7 finishes. Too many snoozers, I would say, to hold. Like, that's holding this card back.
Yeah.
That's why it's at my 4. But great card overall. Yeah.
Great pick.
Yeah, dude. I that was almost one of the cards I picked as well. Just everything you guys said, my exact reasons. I just felt it wasn't as deep as the ones I'm kind of going on here, but
Yeah.
a lot of good scraps on there for sure. At my number 3, I think it was your number 5, Barrett, UFC 320.
Yep.
Bro, this card happened 2 months to the date. Potential recency bias? I don't think so because of how good it actually was, bro. I went 5 for 5 on main card picks, won some money. We went 4 for 5 on finishes on the main card, plus a Marab Corey Sandhagen absolute banger of a fight.
Yep.
Prelims had some finishes and good scraps, but I would say it was a little main card heavy. But bro, we had Alex Pereira coming in, retaining his belt against Ankalaev, bro.
No one believed him, bro.
No one did, bro. Everyone was counting him out. I had a feeling, bro. He was different. He wasn't dealing with the norovirus. He wasn't dealing with a broken hand like everyone was speculating. And he came out there and he just showed us exactly what I kind of thought he was going to do, bro. Foot on the gas, right off the freaking rip. Comes in there, knocks him out in a minute and 20 seconds, gets that belt back. Co-main, we had Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen. That was an absolute banger of a fight, bro. Went the distance. It was kind of just another Merab fight. Just kind of dominated. Almost actually knocked Corey out.
Yep.
After saying you wanted to knock Corey out. But bro, the Yuri Prohashka Khalil Roundtree fight. Holy!
Mhm.
I don't think a fight's ever made me feel the way I felt about that since we've started watching. I took Yuri Prohashka to win, and bro, it wasn't looking good for the guy going into that third round. He was down 2 rounds to Khalil, just kind of getting outstruck. Wasn't really. I don't even know how to describe it. He just didn't look like he was pushing the pace, kind of mixing combos together. But bro, Khalil kind of gassed out in that third, and he fucking sparked him out cold.
Yeah.
The reaction that it gave me, bro, the reaction it gave all of us when we were watching, like
Crazy.
top tier UFC fan moment ever.
Yeah.
You had Yusuf
In the
Salal submitting
garage.
Josh Emmett, minute 38. You had Joe Pyfer submitting freaking Magomedov in the second round after he didn't look great in the first. We saw Teba Goche knock someone out. We saw Apache Mix get fraud checked again. It was just a good overall card, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got, bro.
It's a good
Period.
pick. That's a good pick. This might be a controversial one, bro. I'm going UFC 300 at my number 3. I just think the 2 cards ahead of it are that they're a little special, a little bit more special to me. But
Respect that.
UFC 300 freaking banger card. Obviously, you had Pereira dropping Jamal Hill, emoting on him. One of the go emotes. He had Wang Zhili, Yan Xiaonan. Didn't care about that fight. That one was a sleeper, but and a sleeper not in a good way. But yeah. Anyways, Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway, obviously. Holy shit, bro! That's probably my favorite KO of all time, UFC history. Insane last second KO, TKO round 5, 459. That's the stat. That's fucking insane. Obviously, Max Holloway, one of my dudes. This next fight aggravating to look at, but you had Armin and Charles Oliveira. Charles nearly finishing that fight. Bo Nickel, Cody Brundage. Bo Nickel got the sub. You had like Aljo on the prelims, Cody Garbrandt on the prelims. There's names I'm forgetting, but all those guys. It was just an insane card, very stacked up obviously for good reason, but banger card.
Yeah, it's a great pick. My number 3 is UFC 299. O'Malley vs. Vera 2 took place in Miami. This was a stacked card.
Yep.
Obviously, talked about it already for the most part. O'Malley absolutely dominated. One of the best performances I've seen. The iconic Suga knee to Vera's chin. To that day, I'm still amazed how he ate that. I'm still amazed. Like,
Insane.
That was insane.
Baseball bat.
JDM and Poirier, obviously. We also had Curtis Blades KOing one of our least favorite fighters in Jailton Almeida.
Yeah.
Huge bonus points there. Other fighters we had throughout the card: Macy Barber, Gamrot, Asu Almabayev, the 6'7" Robelis Despain, who made his UFC debut.
Yeah.
Got an 18-second KO. It was crazy. And that was also back when he had the hype. So, overall, pretty good card. UFC 299 was an unforgettable one.
Absolutely. It's a great pick.
Like it. All right, so for my number 2, I think it was Aaron who had it. UFC 317. This card, it's just a really deep card, bro. Going back, looking at the early prelims, you had a heavyweight fight, Yonata Denise fighting Alvin Hines. Alvin Hines, I don't fucking know who that guy was coming into that fight, but had a pretty good showing. Didn't get the win, but you know what it is. Jacoby Smith with a nice submission. And the preliminary card, bro, you had Terrence McKinney, round 1 submission over Borshev, 55 seconds. You had a Tracy Cortez win. Shout out Tracy. You had Jose Delgado knocking out Hyder Emil in 26 seconds. And I can't exactly remember what kind of knock. I want to say it was a knee maybe he hit him with or something.
I honestly can't
just kind
remember
of put
that.
him down.
Yeah.
It was a nice knockout. All I know, I remember it being a nice freaking knockout. And, bro, the following fight, we had Greg Rodriguez absolutely sleeping Jack Hermanson.
Yeah.
And we all kind of saw the way that played out after the fight, taking another fight against Midabek.
Nuts.
Got sent to the Shadow Realm again. But it comes to the main card, bro. This is where it really hits for me. You had Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima opening up the card.
Yep.
Obviously, Talbot comes off that fraud check of a loss to Barcelos. Everyone's questioning his wrestling. You know, is he going to be able to get it back? He does. He beats Felipe Lima, 3-round decision. Absolute banger of a fight. It was a close fight. They were going back and forth. Following up that, we had Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano, a couple old heads going at it. Beneil pulls it off with another 3-round decision. And then we have Joshua Van and Brandon Royval, bro.
Insane
Holy
fight.
shit. Fight of the month, I think it got.
Yep.
I just remember, bro, the final 30 seconds or whatever it was, and they were just throwing fists. Van ends up knocking him down. Gets a title shot off of it, bro. Look at that. Then we have Alexandre Pantoja submitting in round 3. Kai Kara France. Kind of went the way everybody thought it was going to go. It's kind of how I see this co-main event happening this weekend. I think it's going to be pretty similar.
Yeah.
Going to knock Charles out. Even apologizes to him and says, "I'm sorry, it has to be you." And he did exactly what he said. Knocked him out fucking cold.
Damn.
That's actually crazy aura.
It was just I just remember my reaction, bro, seeing Oliveira's body just fold and drop down, bro. Like,
that hurt, bro.
It didn't surprise me because of who Ilya is, but in just the way he did it, he literally did exactly what he said he was going to do, bro. I don't know how you can really top that. But
tough game planning from Charles. Tough game planning from Charles.
Bro. Very, very weird game plan. But hey, I respect it, dude.
Yeah, bro. Sit in the pocket. That's probably the last guy you want to sit in the pocket with.
Yeah.
My number 2. Both of you guys mentioned this one. UFC 320 for me. That was just I don't need to say the names over and over again, but a lot of good names on that card. Obviously in the garage, a little different setting. It was just like a chill vibe. We were trolling that one dude. Just like a fun little vibe for that one too. So I was rocking with UFC 320. Obviously the Jamal Hill, Jamal Hill, bro. Yuri Prohaska versus Khalil Roundtree fight. That shit was a banger, dog. Yeah, I don't know, that fight. That's just like something that you want to see as a fight fan, and that's exactly what we got, bro. And then Merab Corey. Typical Merab performance. Corey kind of won that first round, but then Merab 4 straight. And then obviously we see freaking Poton. I think if I remember correctly, I took Poton, and people were calling me crazy, bro. But I saw the future. Boys saw the future. I think all 3 of us did, or at least two out of the 3 of us did.
No, I had Ankalaev, but
it's just me and you.
But
it's just me and you.
Like I was telling you, like as I got closer to the fight, I'm like, dude, yeah. I really think Pereira is gonna do it. I was like regretting it, but I stick with my picks, so I ran with it.
Valid W. Standing on business.
Yeah. Alright, my number 2 is UFC 300. Pereira versus Hill. Absolute, just star-studded, top to bottom. Obviously, Poatan, Zhang Weili, Gaethje, Holloway, Oliveira, Sharukian, Prohaska, Sterling, Kayla Harrison, Diego Lopez. Top to bottom, just one of the most stacked cards ever. Definitely in our time. Opened the card with a Figgy sub, and then we saw King Green versus Jim Miller. Moicano, TKO, Jalen Turner. Is that when he sent him into retirement?
No, I think he had 1 or 2 more fights after that.
Okay. And then we saw Diego Lopez with such a dominant first round finish. I think he might have been the underdog in this fight. I could be wrong. I might be wrong, but either way, crazy finish. Kayla Harrison making her UFC debut against Holly Holm and submitted her in the second round. Aljamain Sterling got a dominant win over Calvin Kattar. And then Yuri with a crazy TKO finish against Rakic. Should have been on the main card.
That's
I
right.
Stand by that.
Wow.
Bo Nickel obviously subbed Cody Brundage. I don't know how this fight was on the main card. We've talked about it many times. This fight should have been on the prelims. I mean, I'll talk about it in a bit, but obviously Dubronx versus Sarukian. Aaron talked about that. Charles put up a good fight, but Armin won that one pretty clearly. And then one of the most nuts final seconds of a fight we've ever witnessed. Gaethje versus Holloway. Max with the buzzer beater. Brutal KO. Absolutely brutal. What a fight. Zhang beat her opponent pretty clearly. Nothing really there. And then we saw Pereira absolutely rock Jamal Hill in the main event after waving off Herb Dean. And then another Poatan meme was born that night. Like I said, only downside of this card is Bo Niggle being on the main card. ahead of so many other more deserving fighters. But other than that, this card is my second favorite from what we've seen. Absolute bangers. All my favorite fighters won. Just an unreal card.
Good pick.
Yeah, bro. I really have nothing else to say for my number one because my number one is UFC 300.
Yeah.
I think you said everything perfect, bro. Most stacked card ever, arguably.
Yep.
Like, you're opening up the early prelims with Cody Garbrandt and Davison Figueiredo.
That's nuts.
Crazy. You have Jim Miller, who's fought on UFC 100, 200, 300. Is he going to go for 4, bro?
That'd be good.
See, didn't win, but, respect to him. Like Barrett said.
King Green with the
not
Aura
good.
Rock.
Jalen Turner. Yup.
Aura Rock, bro.
Jalen Turner, bro, should have fucking won that fight if he wasn't an idiot.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty much knocked out Moicano. He was laying there, free as a bird on the canvas. He didn't want to do it. Ends up coming back to bite him in the ass. He gets knocked out. Diego Lopez wins. Kayla Harrison, her debut. Yuri Prohashka. And then, like you said, main card, you have Bo Nickel. You have Armin Sarukian winning over Charles Oliveira. I would argue that was actually a super close fight. Charles had him in a couple good freaking submission attempts. He got out every time. Showed out the shorts. You have Justin Gaethje getting fucking flatlined in the final seconds by Max Holloway. That's probably the best knockout in UFC history based on the stakes that were on the line. Holloway was winning that fight. He decided to just put himself on the line to give Gaethje a fighting chance for the BMF belt. That is just, that in itself is BMF.
That's what the BMF belt's all about.
Yep.
Right there.
You had Zhang Wei Li almost submitting Yan Xiaonan, and it was either the first or second round. Couple seconds left. The bell ends up going, and she's fucking, it looks like she's unconscious, bro. It looks like she got choked out. Ends up going to the stool, get some fucking little nose breathers or whatever they gave her. Wei Li still wins. And then you have, like you said, Barrett, the Alex Pereira aura moment. Bro just decided to start aura farming in the freaking cage. Gets hit in the dick. Bro says, "No, it's not a problem, Herb. Step aside." And then just hits him seconds after. Like,
sends him to the shops.
It's fucking good when your own father is just like jumping on his feet for knockouts and shit, bro. Like, he's an OG.
Yeah.
He was watching back in the day. Like, he was on his feet for that Holloway KO. He liked the Pereira knockout.
Dude, everyone in that house went crazy after that knockout.
It was wild. It was wild, bro.
Yeah.
That was just 8 for 13 finishes on the card. Like, it's hard not to put that at my number one. Yeah. I understand you guys. I don't know what you're going to have for your guys' number one, but I just think, bro, best card I think I've ever seen. Depth-wise, stacked-wise, just the way all the fights played out. I'll remember it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Period.
Well said. Well said. I would agree, but I'm going UFC 292. That's just nostalgic for me.
Respected.
That's obviously, like start of my UFC fandom, start of my GOAT, following my GOAT. Obviously, we knew who Sugar Sean was before, but we were never really tapped in like that, and that's what got me tapped in. Without that card, Frozen Fist is not a thing. So, got to put that card up first. Yeah, not the deepest card, but we got to see freaking the Sugar Show for the first time in full effect. Second round KO. Dropped Aljo, poop stain Sterling. And yeah, bro, it was a good little card, good night type shit. Frozen Fist not a thing without UFC 292.
I respect the pick. I like it.
I respect it too. My first pick, my favorite card ever, UFC 301.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
My number one is UFC 295. Took place in MSG on November 11th. 8 of the 13 fights were finishes. All 5 main card fights were finishes, or were KO finishes, actually. They were all KO finishes, ending in either the first or second round. And they all received Performance of the Night bonuses, every single one of them. There was even a close draw between Sadikov and Borshev, and Sadikov's fighting tomorrow, so... that fight got Performance of the Night. I don't know if you guys remember. That was a war. It was insanely bloody. and that opened the prelims. That was crazy. So look out for Sadikov tomorrow. That I think that fight's gonna be a banger. He's going up against Zion, I think. So that'll be a good scrap. But yeah, we had Yuri versus Alex, Pavlovich versus Aspinall, BSD, Diego Lopez, Mackenzie Dern. We had others like Baby Shark, Urseg, Rebecca, Josh Van. Probably one of the most intense stare downs between Yuri and Pereira.
Yeah.
So many gifs, so many memes born that day. Alex Pereira won the vacant light heavyweight belt after beating Yuri, and then Tom Aspinall won the interim heavyweight title after beating Sergey. Yeah. So 2 guys getting their belts there. Poton became a 2-division champ that night, and all my favorite fighters won. Obviously, Diego Lopez, Lupe Godinez, and Alex Pereira. They all won. Let's go. And then looking deeper in that main event, it was pretty close. But then it goes into the second round, and Pereira just, does what Pereira does. And drops him, finishes him with some hammer fist elbows. Mark Goddard called the fight maybe a little too soon. People could say that. But either way, Yuri was done.
Yeah.
BSD's head kick KO was one of the cleanest head kicks ever. It was kind of like a running head kick. Pretty dope, honestly. Yeah, John Jones versus Stipe was the original plan, but then Jones tore a tendon in training and had to withdraw from the fight, so then that's when Pereira and Yuri was moved up. Aspinall came in, Pavlovich came in, that was a new co-main. And yeah, oh, no, this is it. Diego Lopez was the underdog against Pat Sabatini in that fight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, insane. Obviously proved the betters wrong, bro. Don't make this guy the fucking underdog against Pat Sabatini. Weird. Yep. But yeah, UFC 295. That's my number one. I think that card is just it edges out 300 just a little bit, but those are like very close in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
Respect it. So I guess we were kind of similar in certain aspects, just not the order. I like it.
Pretty much the same cards.
Yeah. Looking at it, we all had, not one of us had a card in the same order. Like our number ones were different, our number twos were different, our number threes were different, our 4 and 5s were different.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fucking dope.
I like that.
We gotta make a little edit of that, little pick.
Oh yeah, I'll be getting that graphic together.
Fire.
I got some least favorite cards here. I wanna hear what you guys think.
Okay.
So I got, starting off, not a bad card, but just like the way it turned out. I got UFC 297.
Oh, Strickland.
January, Toronto.
Yeah, that one was ass.
It was in Toronto.
That one
was in Toronto.
That one was ass. Ass card.
2 of the 9 Canadians won, so they went fucking 2 for 7.
2 and 7.
There was like so many more decision wins and finishes. Neil Magny, the underdog, beat Mike Malott.
Sick co-main, bro.
Yeah, Raquel Pennington versus Myra Bueno Silva. Buns.
Holy ass. That is legit probably the worst co-main of all time.
Such a buns card, especially for Toronto, bro. I feel like Toronto deserves a bit better.
Yeah, it's my city, bro.
Exactly, dude. So yeah, very, very weird card there. The other one, UFC 301, Pantoja versus Urseg. I joked about it.
I didn't even watch the main event. You might have left even before the co-main, bro. I can't remember.
I don't even think we watched this. Did we watch? I don't think we got together to watch this.
Yeah, we were at Collins.
We were at Collins.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this card was so buns. This was in Brazil.
Ass.
It had some pretty good fighters, though. That's the thing. But they were such layups. I mean, you saw Brawlo versus Paul Craig. Like, bro, what? You saw Rufy versus Malarkey.
Yeah.
Obviously, Orobai was going to win. Lucindo, she won. And then you knew that Ursig wasn't going to beat Pantoja. Like, well, what's up with that? So.
Yeah. Ursig was like 7th ranked at the time.
Yeah, exactly. That was just so weird.
And it's hard to follow up UFC 300 as well. So.
Yeah, that's true. And then UFC 309, Jones versus Miocic. One of the most buns cards, in my opinion. Bo Nickel couldn't finish Paul Craig. You had the Battle of the Unks that no one asked for.
Yep.
4 to 5 main cards went to the judges. Insane. And then Oliveira beat Chandler I guess that's good.
That was a banger. That was a good fight.
Yeah, that was a good fight. But just for an MSG card, you expect way more.
Oh yeah.
This is probably one of the worst MSG cards ever. So yeah, those are my 3 buns cards.
Good choices. I think those are great choices.
I like it.
All right.
Before we head into the UFC 323 talk, there's been some news that's kind of come out as we've been recording.
Uh-oh.
Bruce Buffer is going to be announcing a fighter tomorrow as the one, the only. Speculations who we think it's going to be.
Merab?
I'm saying it's going to be either Merab or Pantoja, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going with Merab.
Gotta be. Henry?
Bro.
Brandon
Marvin Vittori, bro. Marvin Vittori.
Yo.
So that'll be kind of cool to see. I'm probably leaning Merab a little bit, but if it's Pantoja, that's cool too.
Yeah.
And then one other thing. This is from 5 hours ago. Alex Pereira put out on social media. He says, "I'm coming back to do what nobody has done." Shama. I think we're getting heavyweight Poton, bro. And listen to this. With all the bullshit that's been going on with Tom Aspinall and his eye, bro, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. They might strip him. I could see them stripping the belt off him because he's probably not going to be fighting for a long time. So there's no point in holding up the division. You know what I mean?
Yo.
If that's the case, bro, we're getting John Jones, Alex Pereira for the vacant heavyweight belt.
You think that's what it'll be? I think maybe Cyril
I was gonna say gone.
I mean, it could be. That's good. That's a good call. Cyril Gahn, Alex Pereira at the White House, maybe. But I just think, bro, you gotta. If Alex is going up for 3 belts, bro, I think you gotta do the John Jones fight. I understand Dana doesn't really trust him, especially putting a fight like that at the White House, which is why, I wouldn't be mad at Cyril Gahn, but.
Dude,
I think that might be the way it plays out, bro, because it's not looking good for Tommy Boy. Apparently, he's got something called like Brown syndrome or something, not Down syndrome. He's not.
Oh, okay.
He's not. He's chilling.
Thank you for clarifying, bro.
He's not Shane Gillis, but apparently that's a pretty major eye injury. People are saying he might not even ever fight again based on the way it plays out. But let's hope that's not the case. But yeah, if we're getting fucking Alex Pereira going up to heavyweight, bro, for 3 belts, I wouldn't mind seeing Cyril Gahn. I think he has a better chance of winning that than the John Jones fight.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I don't know if he beats John Jones, bro. Like, yeah, it's so tough to say. It's you can't really ever count Alex Pereira out, bro. This guy's got
just such a, like, if you're John Jones, bro, what's your game plan? You're taking the guy down, you're trying to submit him. That's probably, you're not standing and fucking throwing hands with him.
Yeah.
Obviously. But like a guy like Cyril Gahn, bro, I could see him wanting to just, he's a striker. He's quick. I think it would just be a more entertaining fight, obviously, too. But, whew. Sorry, bro. I just wanted to get those things out there because that's pretty big.
So did Bruce Buffer tweet that?
I don't know where he posted it. It might have been Facebook, it looked like.
Okay. That's pretty crazy,
Very
dude.
weird.
If I think definitely it's gonna be Merab. Merab's a star, dude. Merab's a star. Everyone loves Merab.
I was gonna say Gahn's game plan going into his fight against Pereira. If that happens, we know exactly what his game plan is gonna be. Poke the eyes out of the git.
Yeah. Facebook.
Oh, you can't see
the
that.
one and only. The one, the only.
It's on Facebook. The one, the only, bro.
Fire.
Someone's getting it.
Okay, I think Merab.
It's gotta be Merab. It could be Pantoja, but it's gotta be Merab.
Last time he gave someone the one, the only, they lost the belt.
Yeah.
And then they didn't get that one, the only, the next time they fought. So
maybe I wonder if Poton gets the triple champ, he'll get that again. Dude, I think Poton could beat John Jones, boys. I think it's not.
Speaking of Poton, on our favorite cards, we all had like many Poton fights, Poton cards.
He's him, bro. He's that guy.
He is, bro.
He is him, bro. He's that fucking dude.
One of our goats.
Yeah.
We when we started watching this sport, bro, he's been at the top. Been one of the best. So
that's a good.
Bro, it took him a year from making his debut to becoming a champion. Like, yeah, that's unheard of.
You don't see that, bro.
That's
yeah.
Great.
We should make a goat tier list, like our goats. That's a good little topic for maybe this next little break coming up. We got 6 weeks and no UFC, so Gotta find something to talk
True.
about.
We're gonna have to come up with some shit to
Yep.
do, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Crazy.
We got Christmas card, or we got a Christmas pod. Oh,
Yup.
Ooh, yeah, we do.
that'll be
We'll
fun.
have to get festive with it.
Yeah. Maybe we can do something live for that one.
That'd be fun.
At the ODR. Outside.
All right, UFC 323. Couple fights that we can mention on the early prelims and the prelims. Obviously, you got Jalen Turner making his return back to the UFC. That'll be exciting to see how he does. I'm going to probably lean towards Edson Barbosa for that one, but we will see. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that one could go either way. Jalen Turner's like susceptible to getting hit. Who knows if he'll be in the right mindset after coming back, but we'll see. You got Bruno versus Marvin. This is my underrated fight of the UFC 323 card. Obviously, Marvin Vettori never been finished. Bruno Ferreira never been to the judges. These are a couple of guys who just like to fucking brawl, like to duke it out. But I'm really interested to see how this one goes. I'm definitely thinking Bruno wins, but I don't know by which method. But that's a good one.
I got another.
Okay.
I got another. Rudy
Yeah.
Barniewski. His fights have never left the first round.
Yeah.
He's KO'd 4 of his 5 opponents. The other guy he subbed, but they've all been in the first round. Coming off the Dana White Contender Series, KO in the first round, 20 seconds, going up against Aslan. So that's a pretty tough test in your debut.
That is.
He's a smaller 205er, but I'm very interested to see how this.
Yeah, that's a good shout for that one. Prelims, you got Ferry Ziam fighting.
Be a good fight, bro.
Nazim Zadikov. That'll be a good one.
It's a sleeper pick right here, man. This is gonna be a good fight.
That is going to be a great fight. You got Chris Duncan, Terrence McKinney. This fight is going to be... It's not leaving the first round, and I think, unfortunately, Terrence McKinney's getting chinned.
That opening minute, bro. It's weird. They're both saying they're gonna wrestle fuck each other to a decision.
They're trolling. They got
They
it.
gotta be trolling, yeah.
We know what's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna be a 1 minute fight. Come on now.
Yeah.
They know what's gonna happen too, bro. They have to.
I mean, Chris Duncan is susceptible to getting hit, but he's got a fucking chin, dog. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what Terrence McKinney, what kind of power.
Bro went toe to toe with Rebecca and beat him, bro.
Yeah. And I think his fight, it was his fight on the Contender Series, bro. He nearly got dropped. Literally probably one more strike away from getting dropped, and he ended up finishing the fight. So, yeah, this is going to be a good fight. We'll see if Terrence McKinney has enough power to drop, bro. Grant Dawson, bro's about to make a baby this Saturday. I don't know if you guys saw that clip, but...
No, I need. What's the details?
All right, so his wife is an MMA fighter, too. She's fighting on Friday. And then flying out Saturday to watch Grant fight. And he said that they've been planning on, having a kid soon. And, you know what happens after big milestones like that,
Yeah.
You get wedding, or you get married, something big happens, you're shagging. So I'm thinking Grant Dawson's shagging. He ain't pulling out.
He's gonna head to the hotel room after this fight, all bloody and shit, and just go to work.
Yep, respect. All right, main card.
Grant?
Main card, we got Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. I'm going Bogdan. I'm leaning towards the young blood here. Obviously, Jan, former champ. He's coming off a loss, though. Bogdan's riding the wave. He's got momentum, 4-fight win streak. We just saw this dude, Chin Krylov, sent him to the shops. That was one of the earlier Frozen Fist cards. I remember that. But yeah, Bogdan's hot right now. I'm leaning Bogdan.
I'm with you on that one. I think Bogdan's just going to be too fast. Obviously, Jan's, 42?
Yeah.
Bit of an old head now. I think he's just going to be quicker. He's going to be able to get those shots in fast. I can't see... It's weird, bro. Like, would I be surprised if he knocks out Jan? No, I wouldn't. But I just think he's durable.
Yeah.
As old as he is, he's pretty durable. He's experienced. I just feel like this is going to go the distance. And I think Guskov's going to do... I think he's just going to do more to get that decision.
Yep.
That's kind of the way I'm leaning. It's going to be a good scrap, though.
Yep.
I agree. I also have Guskov. I also agree that I can't see Jan getting knocked out. This guy's a really tough get, so But yeah, I mean, I could maybe see him. I definitely could see Jan getting the win here. It would probably be by decision. But yeah, I got the young guy riding that 4-fight win streak.
And shout out Gooskov pulling up to the press conference looking like Agent 47 from Hitman, bro. Had a nice suit on with the red tie, bro. He looked sharp.
Looking sharp. Average freaking whatever Belarusian or whatever bro is, dude. Bro's looking like
Bogdan Gooskov is the fully evolved Bogdan grad.
Yeah, evolution, bro.
Yeah, bro. He's just like he's just like the higher level. He just
funny how similar they look, bro. They're both completely shaven.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, bro. He bought VC and upgraded his specs.
Yeah, exactly.
Next fight, Payne Talbot, Henry Cejudo. Man, this is a tough one. I feel like it's stupid to count Henry out. But I feel like Payne Talbot is just one of those dudes who's going to learn a lot from a loss. He obviously did. He beat Felipe Lima. A lot of people counted Payne Talbot out after that Barcelos loss. And he went out there and kind of put a little bit of a clinic on Felipe Lima. Kind of defended every takedown. If he did get taken down, he got up quick. Something he didn't show against Barcelos. But obviously Henry Cejudo is a different caliber. This dude's a former double champ. I don't know.
Olympian too, bro.
Olympian too, so... I want to assume that Payton has trained accordingly. He has planned his fight camp, completely around that style of fight, which I'm sure he has. Obviously, we know the power that this dude possesses. Bro can absolutely chin a guy if he catches him right. So we'll see what happens, man. Henry's coming off some losses. This is his last fight against Song Yadong earlier this year. This dude's announced his retirement 14 times, but.
Yep.
We'll see, bro. I wanna say Payne Talbot.
Yeah.
A lot bigger
Payton
too.
Talbot.
Sorry.
Did you guys see that Aiden Ross asked Payton Talbot to do like a little collab or whatever, and then Talbot just sent him a picture of his ball sack?
Yeah,
that's all,
cool.
All he did. That was
aura.
Pretty funny. Yeah, I'm leaning Payton in this fight. It's kind of a coin flip for me. Like, I know how good Henry is, but bro, he's on the back nine. He's retiring after this fight, win or lose. I can't remember what you said, Bear, but he hasn't won since like 2022 or something, maybe even earlier than that.
Yeah.
Bro, like I said, he's an Olympic wrestler. He's fucking good. But I just feel like he's fallen in love with his hands a lot recently in these last couple fights, and he just hasn't really mixed in the wrestling the way he should be. For someone like Payton Talbot, who did get fraud checked in that aspect by Raoni Barcelos, like, that kind of should be your game plan.
Absolutely.
But I don't know, bro. I'm leaning on the fact Payne Talbot coming off that big win against Felipe. I'm kind of leaning on the fact that he does know what he's trained with Henry before, so he kind of has an idea of what kind of style of fighter he is. That's no secret. Leaning on the fact he's younger, hungrier, and I think he's going to be able to pull it off. Do I see him knocking out Henry?
I don't know about that.
I could see it, but I just think Henry's too good to put himself in a position to get knocked out.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to outpoint him and win by a decision. Henry's going to be sent on his merry way. We'll probably see him again in another year or two because he's going to get bored and want to come fight again. But who knows, bro? That's where I'm leaning.
He's going to get bored and he's going to go fight in Misfits Boxing.
Type shit.
But it's actually not ridiculous to say that. It might have.
No, yeah, it's a crazy world we live in. Yeah, this is a tough one for me to pick, man. Obviously, Cejudo took a 3-year break from 2020 to 2023, and then he's lost 3 straight. So this will be his 4th loss if Talbot beats him. It's a tough one to pick, man. I could definitely see him win. Like, he is good. He is definitely. I mean, he's a lot older, experienced, whatever. But there's also a huge height difference. I'm leaning Payton for this one, but I would not be surprised if Henry wins. Yeah, this is a really tough one.
Yeah. I feel like if Henry can't beat Song Yadong, that's a pretty similar style to Payton Talbot. Like, pretty
that's true.
Upright striker first. yeah, I don't know. If Henry wants to, throw hands this fight, I think he's gonna lose. If he does what he should, I think he'll probably win.
And Talbot's 2 inches taller than Song, so
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm leaning Peyton Talbot as of right now, though.
yeah.
I don't know. Even the interviews, Henry didn't seem like entirely too confident, so we'll see.
I just feel like he knows, bro. Like he's retiring after this fight. Like I feel like his mentality just isn't really in the fight right now.
Yeah, and that's never a
So-
good thing, bro. Usually you get sparked if that's the case.
So we'll see what happens, bro. I'm excited to see what Peyton can do.
Yeah.
This next
good
one's
test
also
for him.
tough.
Co-main.
Very, very.
Oh, sorry.
tough.
Not co-main. We got the third fight, featured fight. Brandon Moreno, Tetsuro Taira. Dude, this is another tough one. And you know what? I like Brandon Moreno, dude. He was in my top 10 before. I don't know if he still would be, but he was. I'm leaning Tetsuro Taira, bro. I think this guy's dangerous. He's got so much momentum. Obviously, bro lost to Brandon Royval, split decision, but dude, Japanese dude, he's probably learned a lot from that loss. We saw him dominate Hyung Sung Park not too long ago. Yeah, I just think he has a lot of skill, like everywhere in the martial arts. Obviously, Brandon Moreno is Brandon Moreno, but I'm going with the young blood. It's crazy to think that Brandon Moreno is only 31. Bro's still pretty young.
Doing
Doing it for a while.
bro.
Yeah, dog.
He's been fighting in the UFC since 2016. Like that's
Crazy.
we're coming up on 10 years of that.
Bro was 22 years old. Nuts.
Yeah, man, this one's tough for me too. I know how good Tyra is. Obviously, he did lose to Royval, who is 1-1 against a guy like Brandon Moreno. But I tend to lean more to guys who have the more experience. Like I said, he's coming up on 10 years in the promotion. He's been fighting the higher level guys.
Yeah.
And he's in his prime right now. 31 years old, which is kind of crazy to say because it seems like he should be older than that.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Moreno in this fight. I think just the experience, the guys he's fought, just him, like he's a good fighter. But I wouldn't be surprised if Tetsuro Taira can just, that dude's a monkey, bro. If he gets a hold of his back, you never know what could happen.
He's fucking dangerous, dog. He's dangerous everywhere.
17-1. Like I feel like it's gonna be a pretty similar fight to the Brandon Royval Tetsuro Taira. I feel like Moreno and Royval kind of have similar styles, and 3-round fight, bro, should be high paced. Flyweights are freaking quick. They got energy. Like, I think it's gonna be a good scrap. I think it's gonna be a real good fight. And I'm taking Brandon Moreno to get her done.
I'm so happy. Thank you. I got Brandon Moreno in this one. The more experienced fighter. Definitely not 100% sure with my pick. Could see Tyra winning. Like you said, if he gets on his back, bro, he's like a monkey. He's gonna do some work there. But I think Moreno can get it done. So I'm going with Brandon Moreno. These are two wholesome dudes going up against.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Two very wholesome dudes.
Two wholesome killers.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, co-main. Now this is gonna be a good fight, man. But unfortunately, I think I'm definitely leaning towards Pantoja. I don't know if Josh Van has what it takes to beat a dude of this caliber. Pantoja is getting snubbed on the pound for pound. You could argue that this dude is like second or third pound for pound, honestly.
But I might put him at my 3. I can't lie.
Yeah, bro dominates everyone that he fights. I actually love watching bro's style. He's so fun to watch. Just running forward, throwing combinations, like add a hard leg kick on the end. He'll just back a guy up and then shoot as soon as you get on the fence. And dude, you don't want this guy getting your back. If this guy gets your back, you're fucked. You're getting choked.
Yeah.
You're getting choked out no matter what. Yeah. So
Dunzo.
I just don't know if Josh Van will have the capabilities in this fight. Obviously, this dude is on a fucking momentum run of all time. Pieced up Brown and Royval. I mean, it was a good fight, back and forth, but he definitely won, 100% won. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, Pantoja's dominated that dude before, dominated pretty much everyone in this division. So I think you just gotta go Pantoja, bro. I think you got to. I think though, Josh Van after this fight, like after Pantoja retires, this guy's probably going to be. This guy could ultimately be the flyweight GOAT one day. You never know.
Bro, he's so young, bro. He's only 24 years old.
He's so
Like, it's
good.
actually it's wild to think how good this guy is at the age he's at and in the position he's in. He's fighting for the belt, bro. He could be the second youngest UFC champion if he wins on Saturday,
Yeah.
right behind John Jones. Do I see that playing out that way? No, unfortunately not. As much as I like Josh Van, I just think, bro, Pantoja is just one of those guys who has that God mode invincibility aura factor to him. Like, he just doesn't lose. He's that good. Like you said, if he gets your back, it's pretty much GG's. He's top tier in every aspect of fighting. And I just think against a guy like Joshua Van, obviously we've seen him tested on the ground against, I believe it was Ray Saruya. I think that's how you pronounce his name, that little Chinese guy. We saw him obviously get taken down, worked his scrambles very nicely, was able to get back to his feet. He won that fight.
Yep.
But I just think against a guy like Pantoja, bro, like, that's just a different beast. You know what I mean? I do think Van's going to put up a good fight, and it'll probably be in the championship rounds where he gets finished, maybe round 3.
Yeah. I think round 3, round 4.
I think it might go to the championship rounds, and Pantoja's grit and experience just kind of gets the job done. I got Pantoja by submission, bro.
Yeah. Good show.
Yeah, I think win or lose, Josh Van's going to gain a ton of experience from this going up against a really good opponent in Pantoja. And I agree with you guys. Yeah, this guy's going to be champ one day. Very good fighter. What if he catches Pantoja with a punch, dude, or something? What if he catches him?
There's always a chance.
Yeah,
This dude Pantoja has a chin.
I was just going to say, that's the thing. Pantoja, he does get caught with punches, but he just keeps eating them and walking forward. Like,
bro, you remember that Kyle Sakura knee that he ate? He ate a fucking knee right in the first round of that fight. Like, it's tough to say. I mean, obviously we've seen how much power Josh Van has, though. Like, anything could happen if he, just clips him right. Could definitely happen. And that's honestly like you say, Pantoja,
it's a real possibility.
Yeah, it is. Pantoja is susceptible to getting hit, bro. He's always walking forward. He's always running forward, and that allows him to get hit a lot. So if Josh Van is a sick counterpuncher, check hooks on his back foot, moving backwards, check hook. Bro's great at throwing those. Obviously, dude, he's such a good boxer. I like watching bro fight. I would love to see him win. I just don't know if he's got it yet. But definitely after Pantoja is done, this dude is the champ for sure.
I think if Van's going to get it done, it has to be by knockout. I can't see him winning a decision and outpointing Pantoja. Yeah. I don't see him submitting Pantoja. I don't think he's even close in that grappling aspect.
No.
But
imagine,
if he catches him with a shot, bro, holy shit.
That will be insane.
That's history, bro.
Josh Van's going to have to show him some power that Pantoja's never seen before, man. He's got to just... I got Pantoja. Pretty easy pick. But like I said, there is that chance that Van could show him something. We'll see. This will be a good fight regardless. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Main event, Merab versus Peter Yan. There's not much to say, bro. There's not much to say. I think just typical Merab fight. I think it's going to be pretty similar to the first one. I think Peter Yan will make it a little bit closer than the first one because let's not forget, bro had a broken hand that first fight. So I think he's going to be a lot better this fight. But I think Merab's just too good. Merab, his striking is getting better every single fight. Bro gives, he gave Corey Sandhagen, he nearly dropped Corey Sandhagen, one of the, most technical, best strikers in bantamweight. He was keeping up with Sugar. Unfortunately, that second fight, he was keeping up with Sugar really well on the feet. And that's insane to say. It's hard to keep up with a dude of that caliber of a striker on the feet, but Merab did it. Peter Yan has a different style than both those guys, but I think it'll just be really similar, dude. I just can't see Merab losing anytime soon.
Yeah, bro. It's just one of those fighters like Pantoja. He has that undefeatable
God mode
kind of forward to him. Like, I will say 4 fights in a year, that could take a toll on somebody.
True.
But I don't really see it taking a toll on Merab.
Yeah.
This guy, the way he cuts weight is very old fashioned. He kind of just starts or stops hydrating himself like Thursday night or whatever it is, up until the weigh-ins. And like you said, Peter Yan's coming in, looks healthy, should be healthy, not dealing with any injuries. So it's probably going to be a much closer fight than the first one. But I think Merab's it's too good, bro. I think he's going to wrestle him, maybe put some striking combos together. That's where it kind of scares me. Like, Yan's a fucking good counter striker. He's a good striker in general. He has power. He's slick. Likes fucking kicks. But I got to go Merab, bro. He's just that good. Is he going to be Merab the one, the only, Dvalishvili?
I'm pretty sure, bro.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, like you said, is the 4 fights gonna, at some point, is it gonna hurt him? I did see someone point out that every single one of Merab's defenses and like recent fights have all been within North America and specifically within the U.S. So
I think they've all been in Vegas this year, which is where he's from.
Yeah, I think he might have only had one.
They fought Sugar in New Jersey.
There might have been one in
New Jersey, but for the most part Vegas. So it's been in his backyard for the most part.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So that's also a good shout. This guy doesn't have to like travel or anything. America, whatever. Jan's gonna definitely make it a lot closer. But am I crazy for thinking that Merab's it's gonna look like Sandhagen. It's gonna be quick. Merab is just that dominant. There's no one else like Merab, bro. This is a Merab. It's another Merab title defense. Yeah, not much else to say.
It's gonna be a good night of fights.
It is, bro. It's gonna be a great card. I'm watching Merab invite Peter to the jacuzzi right now, actually. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let's go. We gotta get some press conference clips.
Yeah.
So Barrett, I might have a little task for you after if you can do that for me. But
well, I'll be grabbing them already. I'm already on it.
Other than that, Frozen Fist episode 20. Pretty good episode for what we're working with, I must say. But the boys are excited for Saturday night. We're gonna be at the TAV, little outing. Barry, you coming?
Hell yeah, I'm coming.
Bet. Let's fucking go.
I've never been like to a restaurant or something to watch UFC, so this will be fun.
Should be a good night, bro. Should be a good night. I'm excited.
This will be our first restaurant experience since becoming UFC fans, bro.
That's true. Yo, should we sticker that John up?
Oh, we got it. We
might have to, bro.
Sticker pump that John.
We got it.
We have to.
We gotta. Yeah, we saw Volk Islam 1 at the TAV, but we weren't UFC fans yet. We just thought that was Khabib. We just thought that was like a different. That was just like a multiverse Khabib. Well, it pretty much is, but yeah, bro, it's gonna be a good night. I'm pretty excited. But,
maybe we try to do a little watch party there too. That could be fun.
Little stream,
like little stream on like Instagram or Twitch or something, bro.
Type John, that'd be pretty fire.
It'll be fun. Who knows?
We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do, but yeah, bro, not much else to say. You guys got anything else?
I got nothing, bro. I'm excited for the weekend. It's unfortunate that these next 2 weeks are going to be the last 2 weeks of fights for a very long time, bro. Time's going to go by slow. It's going to take a while to get to 324, but it's going to be an insane card. So at least we got something to look forward to, something really worth looking forward to. There you go.
All right. Yeah.
Well said. Yeah, this is the final pay-per-view of 2025. It's gonna be a banger, dude. It's gonna be a banger. I'm excited for it. And then we only have one more card of 2025. It'll be the that's gonna be the send-off because then it's the winter break and we got no cards for 6 weeks. So should be a good one.
Yeah, we'll be finding some content to make in that hiatus. It's gonna be tough.
Yep.
It's gonna be tough, but we'll figure it out.
Bro.
We'll find a way.
We need some big fucking news headlines. We need to get some good ideas for picks and little fucking pound for pound lists we make. Like,
yeah, bro. Conor McGregor, Khabib too. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need that.
I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of Paramount announcements within that time.
True. Very true.
I hope so.
That's very true. I'm sure Dana's hopefully he got something up his sleeve. We know bro doesn't care about the UFC anymore, but hopefully he's got something up his sleeve for that little break. That's the longest break since COVID I seen. So,
Yo, that's crazy. What?
This is as close as it gets to really like an off season in like the UFC world. Bro.
yeah, pretty much.
Like-
Pretty much. This is the longest we'll have gone without seeing fights.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Winter break, bro. Long ad break.
Feel
Whatever,
like
bro. Lots of ODR time, lots of
Yeah.
freaking time to just
Yep.
chill.
Hockey season, bro. We're gonna be watching a lot of hockey in that time period.
Yep.
yeah, we'll be watching. We'll be on the ice. A lot of Saturday morning ODR sessions. Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Friday night type shit, but yeah, bro. Not much else to say, I guess. Episode 20. It's been good.
Peace the frick out, Frozen Fist Fight fans.
Bro, stoic with
Peace.
it tonight. Peace out.